help you chase the chip and keep you rolling towards that ring. Today we're breaking down your best week 14 waiver wire pickups, all around 50% rostered. Of course, we are using the Sleeper app to get our percentages. So we're also going to go through some fantasy playoff schedules, and we'll let you know exactly why you need to grab these guys. We're going in order: running backs, then wide receivers, tight ends, quarterbacks, and defenses if you want to skip ahead. Top three running backs for my waiver wire priority are Bayshaw Tootin, running back from Jacksonville. He's about 44% rostered. That is playing against the Colts, not the best matchup in the world, but that's okay. Then he goes against the Jets, great. Broncos, and then Colts again, not terrible. So he's been explosive when he touches the ball. He's not even 50% owned, and one ETN injury and Bayshaw Tootin becomes the guy in Jacksonville. So next, number two, we got Chris Rodriguez Jr., running back in Washington. He's about 23% rostered or so on Sleeper. His matchup in week 14 is the Minnesota Vikings. Cake matchup there. And then he gets the Giants, the Eagles, and the Cowboys. Eagles and Cowboys, not great. Giants, another great matchup. Rodriguez, of course, runs really hard, and Washington is testing out their young players. Giants and Eagles are extremely exploitable, of course, in their run defenses on any given week, but the Cowboys have toughened up just a little bit. So next we got Kimani Vidal, running back in the Los Angeles Chargers backfield. He is about 35% rostered. His Week 14 matchup is against the Las Vegas Raiders. You can't ask for better than that. And then he's got the Falcons, the Bucks, and the Saints. These are great matchups, guys. Vidal is really fitting well into Greg Roman's downhill run scheme, and he could see double-digit touches as we get towards the fantasy playoffs. Falcons, Bucks, Saints, cannot beat that. So make sure you pick up Kamani Vidal. On to wide receivers. Top three wide receivers for me. If Christian Watson isn't picked up in your league, go get him. He's the wide receiver for Green Bay. He's established himself as the one, about 37% rostered. He's playing the Bears, my Bears, this coming week in 14. Then he's got the Seahawks, the Saints, and the Vikings. Great matchups. Kind of boomer bust, but definitely trending up. Getting more and more targets, and a lot of these are deep boom targets. The Seahawks and Vikings, of course, are perfect plays for his skill set. Next, we got Alec Pierce. He is the wide receiver for the Indianapolis Colts. He's kind of the two to Pittman. He's about 41% rostered. He has a week 14 matchup against the Jacksonville Jaguars, who have been playing pretty good football. And then he got the Patriots, the Broncos, and the Jags. So he is a deep threat. You got Alex Pierce running down the sidelines all the time, getting those big plays. It only takes one to put him into double digits for the week. Jacksonville, of course, he gets the rematch in week 17 and an exploitable New England secondary in week 15. So he's got pathways to help win you your championship. Pick him up. Next, we got Jaden Higgins, wide receiver for the Houston Texans. He's about 34% rostered. Kansas City Chiefs is his week 14 matchup. And then he's got the Titans, the Jags, and then the Titans again. Guys, this is a guy with a great PPR profile, consistent targets, and two matchups against the Titans, who are inept in week 15 and 17. So, sneaky playoff flex there. Make sure you go pick him up. Next, we got tight ends. Two tight ends you need to check and see if they're rostered. Colston Loveland, the Bears tight end. He's about 43% rostered in sleeper leagues. Week 14 matchup is against the Green Bay Packers. The Bears really want to get that win in division, because if they do, they keep their one seed. If they don't, they drop to a 7 seed. That's big time. Then you got the Vikings, Seahawks, Packers again. So he's got a huge red zone role, does Colston Loveland. Both the Packers and the Seahawks struggle against great tight ends like him. So make sure you roster Colston Loveland. Next, Kate Otten, tight end for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He's only 28% rostered. Guys, go get him. He plays the New Orleans Saints, then the Panthers, Falcons, Panthers. He's one of the better tight end floors that is out there on waivers. Panthers twice in 15 and 17. Can't beat that. Definitely see if he's on your waivers and go pick him up. Next, quarterbacks. Really, only one I think is worth naming out there on the waiver wire if you're in a one quarterback league, and that is Tyrod Taylor. He is a very low roster percentage. He is week 13 stats. He only got 19 of 33, 172 yards and a touchdown, but he does rush a little bit. His season stats are 600 passing yards, 4 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Not a great completion percentage at 61.9%. But he does play the Dolphins this week, then the Jags, Bills, Dolphins. He's one of the few starting quarterbacks that's out there on waivers. He has mobility, so he gives you a good floor. So, especially if the Jets are forced to throw, you got to pick up Tyrod Taylor, especially if you're desperate at quarterback, as I am in some of my leagues. So, next, we got defenses. Two great defenses, about 50% roster to Jacksonville. If you haven't picked up Jacksonville and they're available on waivers, go get them. They play the Bears, the Jets, the Colts, and the Titans. You got to pick them up. This is set and forget. If they're out there, get them. Next, you got the Packers. They're 48% owned or so. They play the Bears. And then they have the Seahawks, Saints, and Vikings. Saints and Vikings in week 16 and 17. Those are awesome spots, and Green Bay has been forcing turnovers and getting a lot of pressure on the quarterback. All right, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and do your thing to get that ring. Commission.